Check out what I got at Walmart with my girlfriend yesterday. Yes, it's Legacy Cyberverse Universe Deluxe Class Shadowstriker in all of her, for some reason, non-Frankenstein glory. Like, why my girl not a Frankenstein? Okay, but in all seriousness, the reason why she's like this is because she's a pre-tool to, Legacy, Robots in Disguise 2001 Universe Sideburn, for some reason. Like, I don't know why she's a pre-tool of that character, but she is! You know what, I can't explain it, just go look it up on the TF wiki page for yourself. I'm just gonna go on with the review. So, robot mode. It's nice. It's actually, the best part of this entire figure, in my opinion. Though, I gotta ask, why? Like, why are the shoulders, like, right here instead of right here, like in the middle of this part of the chest, instead, like, they're back here, like, I get that this is for, like, transformational purposes, but couldn't they have, like, done some sort of extension to proportionalize the arms? Like, look at this. Like, look at this. Her elbows go up to the front of her chest, not the halfway mark to her biceps, okay? Look. This part of her arm should be right here, okay? It should be right here, not this part, okay? But all in all, the sculpting and painting on her robot mode is nice, okay? Though, like, seriously, the back flaps, they can move and shit, but it's annoying to move them and just to get the legs moving. But at least she has nice posability, and she has a really cool cybernetic eye, like, well, technically a cool monocle eye, and I cannot speak. She has a cool monocle eye, just like her cyberverse counterpart. Okay, now on to the posability. Okay, so posability. Shadowstriker's head is on some sort of a double ball joint, and it can do a full 360, as all ball jointed heads can, and it can move forward and back, just like that. Here's a side view, and there's no side-to-side action, I'm afraid, and with her arms being the way they are, they can do some real weird poses, like this, and something like this, then this, and yeah, and an 85-degree elbow bend, I cannot say it right, and wrist swivel, and bicep swivel. And of course, waist swivel, somehow, thigh swivel, 90-degree knee bend, ankle pivot, obviously, and upward toe bend, or rather upward foot bend, which is technically a part of the transformation, but it's actually really cool. Okay, like, the posability on Shadowstriker is very versatile, but very weird too. Like, seriously, I cannot get over how weirdly placed the shoulders are. Like, the robot mode may be the best part of this figure, but still. Couldn't they have thought of, like, something else? Like, make Shadowstriker her own figure instead of making her a pre-tool for Sideburn. Oh, and, something else I forgot to mention. Her legs can do this, and they can do this. Yeah, I kind of forgot to mention that in the posability part of this video. Okay, on to accessories. Shadowstriker comes with 3 accessories. This gun blade thing for some reason, her back bumper that can be used as a shield, and the top of her vehicle mode it can be used as a shield. Like, here's a little hinge here and a hinge here. Like, that hinge is tight, but not too tight, okay? Oh, and a little bit of a problem with this is that, it wasn't that easy before, but earlier in between recordings, this part of the shield would pop off, okay? But it's not doing that now. It's tightly on. It's secure. And a fun fact about this thing, hold on. There we go. It may technically look like parts forming, but you can transform Shadowstriker with this on, and you don't technically need to parts form. And it's not even difficult. It's actually kind of cool. And yeah, I don't know why her back bumper is a detachable shield, but another case of parts forming. Like, it's not that bad parts forming, but still, why do you need to parts form a figure her to get it to transform? Like, the reason why people hate parts forming is because you can easily lose the entangled pieces to a figure's vehicle and or robot modes. Okay? That is the reason why people hate parts forming, because you can lose it, and it's annoying. And also, I have no idea why she has a gun like this. Like, in the cyberverse show, she had like a sniper rifle or a shotgun or a machete, but like this appears to act as both. Like, you can do this with the gun and turn it into a bladed gun. It's not really a machete, it's just a bladed gun. And yeah, I have no idea why the peg is like this small. Like, couldn't they have like made it a little bit bigger? That way it could like better fit into her. Like look at this. It's kind of wobbly. Also, like, seriously, why did you have to turn this into like a bladed gun? It just kind of makes no sense. Like, couldn't you have just like given her a machete? Like, that's supposed to be in her character. Like, give her the machete and gun separately instead of just trying to make them into one crappy item, okay? Alright, I think I've ranted on long enough. Oh wait, something else I forgot. In the instructions, you can do this with the gun and the back bumper. Like, make this kind of gun. Yeah, you can do this. Pew, 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 pew. Okay, you know what? I've ranted on long enough. Let's get on to robot mode size comparisons, shall we? And here Shadowstriker is next to Siege Astro Train, Armada Starscream, and Cyberverse Bumblebee in their robot modes. Okay, a quick little interlude here before the transformation process. Did you know that this little peg on the side of Shadowstriker's blade gun can actually be used as weapon storage in her robot mode on specifically this back flap, not backflip. Sorry, I cannot speak. Yeah, but it has to go in a specific position like this. Okay, then you peg it in there like this and fold it down, and boom, seamless spatial storage for her blade gun. Okay, Shadowstriker's transformation process. If you're wondering, you could put this on this arm or this arm. It doesn't really matter. She'll still transform the same way. Okay, first transformation process is folding the arms up, making sure that they're straight and out perfectly, and then folding the toes up for the transformation, locking her knees. Yeah, you hear that clicking sound? That's the sound of her knees locking in. Okay, and you go to the back and you unfold it. Just gotta be careful here not to break it. And then you fold the back flaps out like this. And then you do this with them. You pull them inward. And yes, these are her back wheels and these are her front wheels somehow. And then you come to her chest and then you unfold it like this very slowly, so as not to break it. We'll get into why that's a problem later. Oh, and you see this little thing? Yeah, you gotta make sure to fold it out all the way and see? Fold it out like that all the way, then keep this thing out because gonna move on to the legs. Fold them inward all the way to the back. Make sure that at this part of the leg, I know you can't really see it. It has to go into this tab right here, okay? This part of the leg or foot just goes to this tab. And make sure everything is straightened because everything really needs to be straightened for this transformation process to work, okay? Make sure make sure that the thigh tabs into the tabs right here in the in her back, okay? That's also crucial to the transformation process. And same thing for the other leg. Come on. Yeah. Okay. This part I am not excited for because, like, if you can't really see it, but, like, I kind of chipped some of the connection parts for Shadowstriker's, chest and leg parts with her vehicle mode because this is kind of difficult if you don't get it right. Like, it is frustrating and it makes you afraid to handle and play with this figure and transform it, okay? But you just gotta be careful. Make sure that these wheels are inward of the transformation, and then just fold the hood down and, yeah. Hear that clicking sound? Nice and satisfying. And definitely not going to make me regret my purchase. Oh, and, okay, make sure that these fold into... Make sure that these tabs connect to the tab ports right here on the side of Shadowstriker. And then, okay, make sure that these tab holes in her arms line up with the tabs right here. I know you still can't see it. I need to get better lighting in here. Okay, just fold them down like this. Make sure they click in and don't pop out. And then you hold Shadowstriker's one of Shadowstriker's arm, then one of Shadowstriker's arms, then fold in the roof very carefully. Make sure it's aligned with all the tabs. Okay, you see that? Then push it down and hope you don't break anything with the clear plastic. Okay, just hope to God you don't break anything with the clear plastic here. Okay, just make sure everything is aligned. And then you take the back bumper and you attach it like in a port right here, like this. I want to make sure that the bumper is in this upward position, not down like this, okay? Then you fit it into the hole and the friction ports, and then you can just put the gun on top, and then boom, Shadowstriker in her car mode. Now on to car mode size comparisons. Here Shadowstriker is next to Cyberverse Bumblebee, Siege Astrotrain, and Armada Starscream in their vehicle modes. Okay, I'm gonna be honest about Shadowstriker's car mode. It's not bad. I've seen worse if you've checked out my channel and have known me long enough. But it is kind of weird that the front is like slimmer than the back, like some sort of weird alligator shape. But for the most part, it's alright. Okay, the front is cool. It's fairly accurate to her vehicle mode appearance in the Cyberverse cartoon, but the more you turn to the side, the uglier it gets. Like, I don't know why there's this little gap right here and why it looks so incomplete. Like there should have been more to the back, specifically the bumper part. Like, the bumper could have been a little bit larger and could have, like, used with a little more filler pieces, okay? If you're gonna do parts forming, at least do it well, Hasbro, okay? But all in all, she rolls nicely on hard surfaces and rolls better on softer surfaces, if you know how plastic cars work, but I don't really know how plastic cars work, so how would I know? So, anyways, on to my final thoughts, I guess. Okay, I'll say this for the Jobby the Hong fans. In this mode, there's practically no kibble. Like, if you exclude the underside, this Shadowstriker's car mode is practically kibble-free. And even at the bottom, where there's basically all the kibble, it still looks seamless. Like, Shadowstriker's car mode may look a little weird and slightly misshapen, but, okay, it's good, okay? There's practically no kibble on it. There's nothing wrong, really. Now, I guess, actually on to my final thoughts. Okay, final thoughts on Shadowstriker. 7 out of 10. Not the best thing Hasbro's ever created, but if you know me, this is definitely not the worst. Like, sure, there's parts forming, but this doesn't technically need to be parts formed, and it's kind of easy. Like, this definitely needs to be parts formed, but it's not bad, okay? And there are some proportions of the figure are off. there's some kibble that gets in the way of the posability, and some poses and parts of the transformation are very weird as well. And the car mode is kind of ugly in the back and weird at how thin it is in the front and thick it is in the back. But overall, it's an alright figure. Okay, the robot mode, best part of the figure. Okay, despite how off the shoulders are, like, still, I cannot get over this. All right, I got this figure at Walmart, you know, my nearby Walmart, while I was shopping with my girlfriend trying to get a cake for her birthday, you know. And I thought I'd buy this, you know, do something with it, make a toy review, because I haven't done that in a while, or I haven't done that oftenly, you know. And like, if you want to get this figure for yourself, go to your nearest Walmart or go to Big Bad Toy Store and get it, okay? 7 out of 10. Legacy Cyberverse Universe Deluxe Class Shadowstriker is recommended, but be cautious, okay? Be cautious.